Hello everyone, welcome to the classroom. Thank you for joining us as always. Today we'll be looking at our new generation of anime to try and determine what our current big three would be. But first, I would like to address something. Kazuo Takahashi was 34 when his series Yu-Gi-Oh! Began serialization in Weekly Shonen Jump. He wrote it under the pen name Kazuki Takahashi, so for simplicity's sake, I will refer to him as Takahashi. On July 6, 2022, the world learned of Takahashi's passing. He had drowned off the coast of Nago, Okinawa. While of course this was tragic, and the manga and anime community recognized and felt the loss of this artist, it is what we learned just recently that puts the whole event into a new context. Takahashi died trying to save 3 people from a rip current: an 11-year-old girl, her mother, and a US soldier. Not only did Takahashi devote his life to creating incredible stories of heroism that inspired boys, girls, men and women, people of all races and religions all over the planet, but he himself was a hero, and his final actions prove that. The world of course lost a wonderful soul with Takahashi's passing, but the world is so much brighter from what this man did every day until he couldn't anymore. Call him Kazuo, call him Kazuki, call him Takahashi. There's only one thing I'll be calling him: a hero. May his family live in peace, and may he rest in peace. I know that my channel is usually pretty lighthearted, but I felt like I had to say something about the situation. But anyways, with that done, let's get into determining what our new Gen Big 3 would be. Thank you for joining us as always. Why is 3 such an important number in our culture? Is it the Olympics? Is it the Holy Trinity? Is it the Dark Knight trilogy? Is it the comedic rule of 3? No, it is because of Luffy, Naruto, and Ichigo. The Big 3 was a term coined by the manga and anime community to refer to the 3 most popular long-running series in Shonen Jump in the late 90s and early 2000s. That being Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. And just to be clear, I am referring to these series as manga, so if I say a series has ended, I am talking about the manga, even if the anime is still ongoing. The Big 3 moniker was not only a recognition of overall popularity, but the timeline of each series. The Big 3 all started within 4 years of each other: One Piece in 1997, Naruto in 1999, and Bleach in 2001. So, for example, Dragon Ball has always been more popular than Bleach, having sold 300 million volumes in comparison to Bleach's 130 million. However, Dragon Ball started in George Orwell's 1984, 13 years before One Piece, so it was never in the same generation as the Big 3. The Big 3 were also all serialized in Shonen Jump, so say Fullmetal Alchemist couldn't be in the Big 3, because it was published in the monthly Shonen Gangan from Square Enix. So, we have our qualifications for a Big 3. Now, the most important one is probably that they have to be the 3 most dominant, popular series once they pass these other criteria. Those being that they have to be currently running manga, they have to all be published in the same magazine, and they have to all have come out relatively near each other. For the sake of this video, let's say 4 years, since that was the gap between the original Big 3. First, let's figure out what the new gen is, because the old gen is now seen to be the late 90s, early 2000s. The middle generation is a bit less defined, but I usually form it around the beginning of series like Death Note in 2004 and Attack on Titan in 2009. The new gen, in my opinion, has to have started post-2010, but more importantly, it has to still be running, because if it's not still going, well, it's not new. So Haikyuu, which started in 2012, would have been considered new gen until the release of Volume 45, which ended the series. So, what is the new gen Big 3? Oh! Well, here we go. Here's the answer. It's My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Demon Slayer. Oh wait, what? Oh. Okay, so I guess Demon Slayer is out of the running. It was extremely popular, but unfortunately its run ended surprisingly quickly for a series of its caliber in 2020, only having started in 2016.
So, what is the new Gen Big 3?
Okay, well, we've still got My Hero Academia and Jujutsu Kaisen, but what's our big third? Well, there's a relatively new manga series called The Elusive Samurai that's been selling pretty well, but My Hero and Jujutsu Kaisen started in 2014 and 2019 respectively. The Elusive Samurai, however, started in 2021. I think 7 years is just too big of a gap for a new Gen Big 3.
So, what is the new Gen Big 3?
Well, okay, maybe if we get rid of the whole, time requirement thing, then we can have the Elusive Samurai in the Big 3. I don't even know what it's about, but anyways, I'll just press this big red button to remove the time requirement. Here we go.
Yo! Don't give it up, Luffy! Don't give it up, Solo! Don't give it up, Nami! Don't give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up!
Yeah, so basically, if I get rid of the time requirement, Eiichiro Oda breaks into my house and beats the shit out of me. So, this is one of the big issues with determining what a new Gen Big 3 would be, because you have to completely ignore the Zunisha in the room. It kinda undercuts the term Big 3 when you have the huge, massive, biggest one right in front of it. Okay, well, fuck it. Let's just put the time requirement back in, but let's rid ourselves of the shackles of Shonen Jump, break into the other pages of serialized manga. One Punch Man is extremely popular. It comes out in Japan on Torani no Young Jump and Weekly Shonen Jump in the United States. But it started 5 years before Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay, well, I guess if we remove the publisher as a factor, but keep the time, then it also can't be One Punch Man. We're still stuck with My Hero and Jujutsu Kaisen.
So, what is the new Gen Big 3?
Okay, I don't even know if this is gonna work, but let's say it doesn't have to be currently running, but it's good if it does? Okay, here we go, folks. We finally have our new Gen Big 3. The top 3 selling Shonen Jump manga of all time. Give it up for One Piece, Dragon Ball, and Naruto.
Why? Why? Tell me! Why?
So, while I was having a little mental breakdown, I took some time to think about some things. Like, one specific thing. Like, do we really need a new Gen Big 3? People constantly debate it these days like it matters. We've even invented different sub-Big 3s. People are now calling Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, and Hell's Paradise the Dark Trio. There's also the Seinen Big 3, made up of Berserk, Vagabond, and Vinland Saga, of which I've only read some of Berserk. Because I'm a child and it was too mean for me. Anyways, Ouran High School Host Club better. So, I really think that we as a people have outgrown the need for a Big 3. The Big 3 came at a time when anime was so much more niche in the West. It felt less like the Big 3 and more like the acceptable 3. If you liked anime, you were a weird dork, but if it was Naruto, Bleach, or One Piece, or also maybe Dragon Ball, that was a little bit better. But now people are becoming accepting and open towards all forms of anime and manga, maybe even a little too accepting. And at a time where Barnes & Noble has a bigger manga section than their Marvel and DC sections combined, I don't really see why we need to have a Big 3. But I guess what I really want to know now is, what are your Big 3? List your top 3 series down in the comments below, but also keep in mind, in order to comment, you do have to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. So I'm just letting you know, that's just what you gotta do to be able to comment. Don't even try. But also, real quick, my superhero reviews have never done well on this channel, so I'm not doing that anymore. I'm still gonna go see those movies, I'm just not gonna, talk about them when they do really shittily for some reason. But I'm probably gonna start a podcast soon. I'm thinking of just doing that by myself, and I'm gonna plop that over on a second channel. Both of those are yet to be made. But I might do the first trial run podcast tonight, but you'll probably never hear that one. But thank you for watching, y'all. That is the video for today. Have a good one. Hey everyone, as always, thank you so much for watching that video. I really hope you liked it. Yeah, I don't know, I felt like talking about like what a new Gen Big 3 would be, because I think that like having to like put the series in these little boxes is kind of stupid and like antithetical to art. So whatever. But anyways, what I have to show up from my collection this week is the Death Note short stories. I am a big fan of this little book, plus I think that the cover is quite nice. I like it a lot. But yeah, this is a really good read. It's got obviously some short stories in it. It's pretty like anthology style, but there's some funny stuff, some serious stuff. It really just goes to show how amazingly solid the Death Note is as a concept. Like, you plop that into any story and like it's gonna automatically be interesting just by virtue of it having a Death Note. So anyways, yeah, go pick it up. It's really fucking good. But yeah, have a good one, y'all. Thank you so much for watching that video as always. If you made it to this part, I'll catch you later. Bye.